Hello and welcome to another Nikomedia tutorial. Today we will make something like this neon sign here. I did this for a few days before ago, but I got some questions and of course I will show how I did it. It's quite easy, but we just have here splines with a sweep and yeah, and some holders here, so little things. We did everything in the tutorials, but the only thing is these cables. This we will do with Spline Dynamics. So this will be the interesting part, I think. Okay, so we have this and then close-ups and a night version. Yeah, this is rendered in Octane, but we will do it with the physical render, and I'm sure we get something like this. So, okay, why not start this tutorial? We start with looking for a font, for a nice font, and I found one, and this is this Moonbeam regular. This is nice for, I think, for a neon sign. So. My original, I don't know with which font I used, but here we use this one. So this is Moonbeam, so let's make, normally I just need one letter, and you know what to do, but let's make something, few letters. I thought about, let's make a C4D thing. And this was, I said, Moonbeam. We should have Moonbeam here somewhere. Yup, okay. The next thing is we don't need this spline, we just need one line of it, so the outside here. So I convert this text here, so just press C on your keyboard. Then let's see what we get. Then I go in the point mode and right click here in the viewport and explode segments here. Okay, now we should get this. The first one we can delete. Now we have something like this. And just need the outline, so with this text 4 we can delete. We need just this one. Go to this, rename it to D. And the tube shouldn't be closed, so let's go to the D and close spline, no. So now we have here an open thing. So maybe that's a little far away to this, so let's go to the spline here, to the spline pen, and extend it a little bit, something like this. Okay. Sorry. So now the next one is this 4, and here I delete this point, this one, I delete almost everything, and this one too. I do just delete it. So I have this, but don't close the spline. So this will be our 4, and here I just make another spline here down. But I want to see here in which x-axis it is, so the position in the X is here. Copy this, select this one and paste the new X here. So now I have here one straight line, and I make a new spline from here to about here. Okay. Then select both, and in the x-axis I want the size of null. So, and yeah, let's see how high we are here. The epsilon here. Copy it and paste it here. Oops, there's something wrong. So, and here this should be okay. So, and now in the C it's easy. We just delete the inner ones here, the inner points. Delete it and name it C. And close spline, nope. But now we see it's on the wrong, it's open on the wrong place. So we need the first point here. So just select this one point, right click and set first point. Now I have it on the right place. Okay. This is the first thing. Next we make a sweep out of it. So take a sweep knob, so a sweep, and put all this together. First, yeah, when we put this in the sweep knob, we get this. That's not what we want, not really. So I put everything in a null object, so Alt G, and now this null object I give in a connector, in a connect object. So select the null, Alt on the keyboard and connect. And of course now we need a profile for this sweep. And the profile will be a circle with, let's say, 5 cm radius. And here 20, we don't need so much points, so many points. So 20 is enough here, and draw it in the sweep here. And we have our sweep knobs. Here I see with our spline, is something wrong. So let's this is our 4 spline. I connect so, and I want this Z axis, copy it. And the same here, paste it. So now everything should be, no, everything should be on null here. So Z axis should be on null. So now we are okay. Yep, so I like it. So everything is okay now. Maybe we put this one spline a little away from this forehead. We take the spline, take these 2 points and drag it a little to the right, so something like this. And here I don't want to have such an edge here. The tube wouldn't look like this. We put everything later on in a subdivision surface. Maybe it fixes this, but let's see. Yeah, but not really nice. So let's go to our spline here. Let's select it and right click and chamfer. And something like just whatever you think, something like this. So, and now it should work, yes. And here again we have enough with 20 degrees, you see, because it will come in a subdivision surface, as I said. And yep. Okay, so far. Now I want round endings here. So I go to my sweep knobs and go to caps and fillet cap. And I want to constrain it. So now we have a problem here. And we can fix this. First I want a single object. This is the first one. So then I go here and make 5 steps each here. Okay, now we have this problem, and this we go just down a little bit with the radius until we have no trouble anymore. So yeah, like this. Okay, let's say 4 is okay, here 4 is okay, here 4 too, and I want regular spaces here between in our circle. So go to the circle and from adaptive to uniform, and now we see, and now I can go down here and see how many I need. Yeah, this is enough. Okay, good so far, but I don't want this here, this edges. So I go to the sweep map, to our caps, and here I go to n-guns. That should work, but for any reason it does not work everywhere. Don't know why, but that's not really a problem. We can fix this manually quite fast. Okay, let's say we are satisfied with this for the moment. Now I will copy this whole sweep, and I need it later again. So first I copy this one, put it for the moment, and this will be later our light, so we can name it light, and just deactivate it and hide it for the moment. Let's save our project. Oops. Neon. Okay, why not? So now we are here, and now I want to convert this whole spline. I see here we have we could chamfer our spline, but I think this is okay with the sweep knobs. No, that's not okay. So let's chamfer this too. Let's go to our D and right click, chamfer, and say something like this. Okay, now it looks like this, and here on the D 20, more than enough. Looks a little weird here, but I want to make here it's okay, subdivision, nope for the moment. I want on all my splines, I do not adaptive, I do uniform. So I want to use this polygons here for the endings, for this let's see, for these endings here. So this should be okay. Yeah, on the eye we can fix this later, or can maybe a little less. Yeah, so let's say something like this. And when I put it now now we don't have this weird thing here. Oh, looks nice so far, I think. Okay, and now I delete my light here and I copy it again because we changed something. So copy my sweep again, name it light. Okay, hide it for the moment and save my project. And now I can convert this. And for this conversion here, I'd use my Reddit optimize script, not mine script, just which I download it. You will find the download link in the description, as you know. And what it does, you know meanwhile too, I think. If not, please watch the tutorials before. I explain it in every tutorial, and I think it is now, meanwhile, everybody knows it. So just edit optimize. Okay, now I have just my one object. I don't need this caps selections. Next thing I want to do is I go to my sweep and I make my endings here. First, because I want to extrude later on, I want to extrude here my cable holders, something like this. And I want here no edges in between. So let's fix this first. So polygon mode, UL for a loop selection. Make it here, and now a UF for a fill selection, and now I can click in here and have this. Just right click and dissolve, and everything is fixed. So it's quite fast. So just again, UL for loop selection, UF for fill selection, click on it, right click, dissolve. Same here, UL, UF, right, batch. Same here, UL, UF, and dissolve, and UL, UF, dissolve, and the last one, UL, UF, dissolve. Sometimes it's better to do it just manually before you think hours and hours, how could I do this better? Just fix it manually and you're ready, and that's it. Okay. Of course, if this is not a 3-letter word, if it's a book or something, then it's, but for 3 letters. Okay. So now let's make these caps here. That is UL for loop selection. Then hold my shift key, so UF for fill selection, and hold my shift key, so I add the selection. For the C, the same for this here, UL and hold shift to add the selection, and again UF and shift to add this selection. Now we have selected these 2 caps here. Now right click and split. These are now our caps here. And let's see, this is the C cap. Let's put it in a null object, so Alt G. And let's name this endings. Okay, and now I want to extrude this a little bit. So go into polygon mode, then Control A to select everything, D for extrude, and let's see how far we extrude it. Important is we need create caps. That's important, so that it's not hollow inside. So let's see. Oh, that's too much. About 1 centimeter should be. Let's say 1 centimeter, and 2 subdivisions for, so we don't get 2 soft edges with the subdivision surface later. Okay, that should be okay. Let's see how it looks. This sweep is our sweep. I put it in the null object, G. Go to C4D. And the endings I put in here in the subdivision surface too. So if I put this in the subdivision, it should work for everything. It should work, but it does not. It works for the C4D, but not for the C here. And why is this like this? let's see what we did. Do I have to optimize it? Right click. First click somewhere in the viewport so to do sure no point is selected. This optimize works if every point is selected or no point. But if some points are selected, the optimize just works for these selected points. So be sure nothing or everything is selected. So right click and optimize. That's still not working. Let's see what we did here. Oh, yeah, the endings here inside. Now it works. Now we have what I want. Well, I try to make everything with just one subdivision, so it's a better. I think cinema works better with just some. Not for every object and its own subdivision. I think it's better like this. So try to put as many as possible in one subdivision. Okay, this is what I want. Do the same here for the 4. So go to the sweep. Then UL. First go in the polygon mode. UL here and UF. And hold your shift key to add the selection. Here the same, UL, shift key, don't forget, and UF, shift key. Okay, right click and split. This is for the 4, but the 4-1. This will then be the 4-2. So go to the 4-1, polygon mode and Control A to select everything. D for extrude. We have now everything here. We have 1 centimeter is okay. And the 2 subdivisions with caps is everything okay. So just hit apply. And we are done here. Everything works perfect. Let's test it. Yep. Okay, and here on this part of the 4, let's go in the UL in the edge mode. Select this one and this one. Go in the side view, and I want the caps something the same height like this. Not exact the same height, but something like this. So T for a scale, and just scale it in the Y. And let's say something like this. Yeah, something like this. Oh, no, come on. Yes, let's say this. And now I can do the same here with the cap thing. So I go to polygon mode, UL, loop selection, UL, loop selection. Don't forget your shift key. Then UF. Fill selection, and here UF fill selection. Right click and split again. And this is now our 4-2 part. Then Control A to select everything here in the 4-2. D for extrude and just hit apply. And we are again done. And now I'm so cool I don't even check it if it works or not. So let's make the D. And here again UL for loop selection. Here the same loop selection. Hold the shift key. UF fill selection and fill selection. Right click, split. And we have our D endings. Control A, oops. Let's go into polygon mode, Control A, D for extrude and apply. And now everything should work. And it does. Okay. So we are almost ready with the letters. but we need this small outcomings of these endings here. I don't know how to call it. These ones here. So what I did here, I do not really need it, but I did it. I think it looks more realistic. Okay, so let's make it on the C first. We go to the endings of the C, polygon mode, and I UL and UF. Okay, and on an E for to move this whole thing, but I want to move it in the not in this direction. I want to move it in the normal direction, so I have to go to my model, to my moving tool, or how it's called, yeah, move tool. Go to modeling axis and go from the axis to normal. And now you see we are in the normal. So just drag it out a little bit, something like this. Then I go back, UL, and delete this one loop here, this selection here. You do it to delete a selection, just hold your control key and click on it. Then E again. I move it out a little bit again. Something like this. And now I hold my control key and move again, so I extrude it out. Okay. Here the cable comes out and it goes in this direction, so I want to make a little rotation here in this direction. Let's make it like this. R on the keyboard for rotation. Rotate it a little bit, something like this. Then again E to move. Hold the control key and extrude it out. Then R again. Hold the then E again, control key, and move it out. Something like this. Yeah, that should work. And let's see if we are still round here or elliptic. No, that looks good. Sometimes you are elliptic or something else. So to just, let's say you come with a result like this. That happens sometimes. So just go back and be careful that you are now in the normal mode here. If you're in the axis mode, you get totally different results. So, and this should look okay with this, yes. Now I want to, maybe it's a little too small, or too thin for the cable, then make it a little bigger, the thicker, rounder. You will see what I mean. First I want this a little smaller, so T for scale, and I scale everything E and move it back, so something like this, yeah. And yeah, a little bigger, so yeah, okay. Then UL again for here, T for scale and scale everything, so something like this. UL again here, T for scale, something like this. UL, T for scale. I think that's better. Okay, we can make a little thicker cables. Okay, then polygon mode, and select this one, yes, which we have now. Here we can go back to the axis tool, to the axis orientation. Then I for inner extrude. Let's say something like here. 0.3 is okay, with again 2 subdivisions. Then hold my control key and drag it a little up here, and then again drag it like this. Now we should get a nice hole here. You see, here comes our cable out later, and we have a very nice organic look here. Okay, yeah, so we could start with the cable. So if I do this cable now, then you know how to continue with this whole thing. You do everything everywhere the same. Maybe that's a little too far out. That's a new that you can, if it's too far. So go back with the subdivision surface and take this whole thing UL. This is our C in the edge mode. UL here, here, and here. You can make this faster if you go to the rectangle selection with the options. Select everything, not just this what you see. Okay, I forgot to hold my shift key. So and now we can move this whole thing something like this, or that's on you, or you want just go closer for this everything, so just go to UL and E and move this a little to this, and again UL T the TE, move it like this, UL T E, not T, move it like this. But now here we can, but here this is no problem, so UL. Who said this is no problem? UL. E. So something like this, and now with the rectangle selection can go here somewhere. Okay, it's not so a long tube here. Good. Now let's make a cable. I finished this, maybe I finished this, but I think I finished this in the tutorial, but I show you now I did the cable, and then we will texture everything, we will light it, we will make it more or less final, but without the other cables and something else. This I do later, so I will finish it in this tutorial. But if you don't want to look at finishing me this, maybe it's boring or something else. So you know after this see how it works. So and after texturing and lighting this whole thing, you know how to continue with this. So normally you don't have to watch it until the end. So if something happens, something important or interesting, I will write it in the recording and so hey, look at whatever minute 40 and there is a very interesting thing. So let's make the cable and chat here. So yeah, first we need this one here, so something like this, what holds the cable here. Yeah, here I have more, but in the tutorial to do just one, you see here I have more like this. But it's the same, if I do one, you know how the other thing work. So let's go in the front view, take a cylinder, so in plus Z, yeah, that's okay. Move it somewhere here, make it smaller. Okay, yeah. Then I want, no, not so high, of course. It doesn't matter because it will disappear behind a plane here. So, but and one subdivision here. Please give me 2. So, so I have 1 here. Okay, let's convert this. For this again, I did optimize. Okay. UL for the loop selection, and I just drag this one with E here in the front, somewhere here. Doesn't really matter where exactly. Then UL for loop selection in the polygon mode. Here I scale it now T, but I just want to scale in Y and X. So I hold my Z axis and the shift key, and you see the other two axes will become select. And now I go down with it. No. Back. I hold here the shift key and the control key, and now I go down. So okay. Here just I go in a point mode, or edge mode, doesn't matter, UL for loop selection. Select here loop and delete it. So, okay. This whole thing I put in a bevel deformer. So, bevel deformer, so with shift click it becomes a child of this object. And everything should work here, yep, it does. Next thing, we will make these cables with Spline Dynamics. And Spline Dynamics, if it should work with this cylinder, the cylinder have to become a hair dex, a hair collider. So, this is the first one. Next thing, we need a spline from here to here, down to here. Let's go to here. We need the spline pen here. Move point here, maybe a little out of here. So then let's go to here somewhere. Well, let's just activate the spline so I can go here. Okay, and something like here. Okay, escape, and we have our spline. The next we need, of course, some subdivisions here. So I go in my live selection and I select these two for the moment and hit US on the keyboard. It makes subdivides my spline here. US and again US and again US, so like something like this. Okay. Then I take this point and do the same. US, US, US. Maybe it's okay, maybe it's enough. We will see it. So the next thing what's important. Of course we need on our spline, I put it down here, on our spline we need a Spline Dynamics now. Go to the hair tags and Spline Dynamics. So if I press now, you see what happens. So that this is not really what we want. It looks funny, but it's not really what we want. So we have to fix the spline here on the top first. So what we need is now a constraint tag here. Right click, go to the hair tag and constraint. In this constraint we have to say on which object I want to constrain it. So this is this ending C, and I drag it now here in this object slot. Next thing I need is I have to say which points should be constrained. I want this, and let's say maybe these two. Why not? Yes, we will see later. We can try this often, as often as we want. And now just press here on set. You see, we get connected here. If I press now, if I start now the animation, we get something like this. But here we have a problem with you. So let's go back and first I need more frames. I put here 200 frames. Okay. First thing we can try with this problem here that it comes through is Control D on your keyboard for the project settings and go here to the dynamics somewhere. Dynamics, expert is okay, and the steps per frame. And let's say go to 25 and try it again. It's better, but it's not okay. So what I do now is I need more points in this area here. So let's select these points and US subdivide it, and maybe again, why not? But if you change something on this spline, you have to connect it again here. So we have to go back to our constraint deck here, select our points here, which we want to constrain, and again set. So, and now let's try it, what we get now. And look at this, it works. It works great. Okay. So, but we want a sweep knobs here. We don't want just a spline. So, what we do is we go to the spline here. Put it first. Well, we can do it one by one, and yeah, we can let's make a normal sweep knob. So I take a sweep knob. I select my spline, go here to my sweep knob, hold my Alt key, have my sweep here. Then I need a circle for the profile of the sweep. About 1.5 I think is okay here, and put it here as a profile. Let's go here in the side view. Yeah, of course the circle is too many subdivisions, so let's make here 20. That's more than enough. And now we see the first problem is here. It intersects here. Here is everything okay. I don't know, it's too big, it's over it. It should be inside. So what we need now is, of course, go 1, and we are inside. But little down again. Something like this, because if I activate this one, yeah, I think that's okay. That looks okay. For this one, we could do a collider deck too for the C here. So it and put the spline a little behind. But I just want to make a still frame, so I don't make an animation, so that I can do this later, because later I want to convert my spline here in a normal object, and then I can move it however I want. So if you want it with an animation, a whole animation with falling cables and something else, so just drag this spline a little behind here and make a collider tag on this C, so it collides with this and nothing happens. But I will fix this later on. So, and let's make the animation now. Okay, looks good so far. But I see we have here an intersection. We don't can get rid of this intersection totally, but we can make it better. The thing is, we go to our spline deck, to our spline and to our Spline Dynamics deck. Go to properties and increase this radius here. Let's go from 0.5 to 1 and try it again. Maybe it's too. It's better, but it's still too few. 1.5. That's now almost great. So And if we put this whole sweep now in a subdivision surface, we get a very, very smooth cable here. Here should everything work too. Yeah, everything is nice. And here it looks great too. So if, as I said, if you want to let it collide with this, so just take this this spline, and before you subdivide the spline, just drag it a little behind the C. Let's say you just take this and just drag it a little behind. I can't do it now because I have my text here on it, so it would you see it does nothing. You have to do it before you put the text on it. And if you put it just a little behind, give a collider tag on the C, and it will collide with this tube too. So yeah, and I will show you what I mean now with make it manually here. Let's say I am now happy with this spline. It looks really good. Everything is nice. So I take this sweep and make a copy of it, because later I can use this, exchange this spline with the next spline. Just exchange it and have the same text and everything, and just have to make another points, of course, another constraint points. But I will show it later, of course. But first I want to make this texture then and everything, the lighting. And then we continue with making this to a finish. But I think if if you have it in you how it works with these constraints, you don't have to don't watch me making every letter. So good. So I copy this and deactivate this for the moment. Everything. Don't need this. Normally it should be, yeah, passed. It's okay. And now I want to move this a little bit. So I go to my, I want to convert it, so edit optimize. Whoops, I have my spline here. Don't need this cap here. Okay, and now I select just this one edge here. So I make a loop selection, UL. With this. And now I go to my selection here, to my live selection, and I want in the options, not normal, I want a soft selection. And you see I get a selection here where it's totally yellow. It works total, and then it fades out. So that it means if I drag it here now, it just drags in this area where the soft selection is activated. If I would make it without the soft selection, I get a very hard edge and everything. No? And here I go back. If you want it smoother, you can do this with, go back to the soft selection, just make the radius here bigger, so it goes far, and if I do it now, you will see it works until here, and this is what I don't want, of course. So I want my radius quite small. Something like this. Activate the subdivision surface. Oops, it's the wrong one. Here I need again a subdivision just to test it. And now go to get to the sweep. And we have a nice smooth thing, and here on the top we are still inside, and everything works wonderful. Okay, that's it for this cable. So let's save again. And now let's start to text shade and then do something, and then I continue with making the cables and something else. Yeah, so what we need now is a plane. Of course, we don't have these holders here now, where it clips in. I'll show you. These things are made here, these chrome things. But we did something like this in other tutorials, so that you should know how this works. So yeah, a plane. A plane is a plane is a plane. In plus set, and we don't need subdivisions here, and we need it back here, of course behind the letters. So now of course I use my scene rig. You know it meanwhile too, but you don't need it, but if you have it, use it. I don't need my floor here. I don't need a background. Just want my camera here. Activate it and go here to null. The y-axis to null too. Should be okay. Come closer, something like this, and then down. Something like this. And then I make my plane bigger. Whoops. And whoops it again. So, okay. Yeah, let's say that's fine. Yeah, the next thing is I made something like a brick wall here. But it's nothing else but a colored plane, so just a white gray color, and with a normal map, so it's nothing more. I'll show you. So I make a new material, double click in the material manager. So this is my default setting, so that yours will look a little different, but you will see what I do. So color channel. Something like this, maybe a little. And then the reflectance, everything reflects a little bit. Go to dielectric, and asphalt will be fine here. Specular I don't need. Bump, yes, need for the normal map. And yeah, maybe 15 or something like this. And here comes now my normal map. Let's see if I find it, but normally I should have prepared it. So normal, and here we need a texture. Let's go. Nope, that's not my normal map thing. Yeah, maybe I have it here in the. Yeah, here's the normal map. I can use this one. Okay. So let's drag it in this texture slot here. For the moment I don't need it. And you will see here in the preview we get bricks. So save it for the moment. So. The next thing is we need to light this scene a little bit. So to have something to reflect in our glass later. But let's make first the glass and this one. So for the tube, for the neon tube, we need just transparency. Let's say 98, something else. And here I go to pet. And reflectance, but in the reflectance I don't have to do now, so I let it like this. Okay. Next thing, so let's put this on our C4D here. Whoops. Okay. Next, something for this one. Let's something. I forgot, I want to advance. We are English, so wall. Okay, so it's some metal for this one. Let's see what we do here. This is the cylinder. I take just reflectance with conductor and poof, iron. Why not? Nope, nope. Okay, let's do. I want it a little darker. There is for sure a darker. I just use aluminium here now, and now I can go with my arrow keys and go through the. Ah, yeah, this looks good. Copper that you are. So okay, that's it. Put it on this one, and now some black plastic rubber things for the endings here and for the cable. So let's call this plastic. Take something black, so reflectance, dielectric pet. Nope. Here go to 50 and 10. Okay, this comes on our endings here and on our cable here. And of course, now for the night thing, we need a light inside. And the light we have now, the light is exactly the same like this tube here. But the light inside we need it smaller, so just decrease the radius of this thing. Let's say to 4. And what we need here again, and it's C4D, we need a little thickness. It looks much better with a little thickness, this glass. So I select my sweep here, in the C4D, go to the simulate and go to the cloth stack. With the selected sweep, I hold my Alt key on the keyboard and click on this cloth surface. And here I don't need subdivisions. We have enough subdivisions with our subdivision surface. And in the thickness I go to minus 0.1. That's enough. More I don't need. We just have a little thickness. So, and for later, for the night thing, we need, I save the project. We need some light inside, so I make a new material. Light, this neon light. And I need just luminance. And let's say yellowish. Okay, that's it. And I put it on my light here if we need it then. So okay, now let's make it. I need something to reflect in the glass. So let's go to my scene here, and we need something inside here, but I don't want a studio. I just have a studio scene here. I want a real scene, so let's see where I can find. Of course, I go to this SIBL loader. This is always a good idea. And the first one here, yeah, that should do it. Why not? And drag it in my scene here in the file. Nope. Okay. And now let's see what we get. Our the render settings. Render settings are low, but I want GI. Low GI is okay. This should be everything okay. Maybe we have to go later to 5, but the higher settings are at 5, so low as you see it. And here it's progressive is okay. Okay. Everything is fine. Here evaluate transparency for our tubes, okay. Yeah, okay. Let's see what we get. It is okay, I don't see something from the normal map on my wall. This is the first thing I don't see. Let's see why. This should be okay, everything. Did I I don't put it on the I don't put it on the plane, of course I can't see it. Oh man. Here it is. Okay, that's maybe this too rough a little bit, too crispy this wall. It looks nice, but maybe a little too crispy. Let's go to the normal map and give it just 1% of blur here. Just 1%. Maybe that's too much. Oh, that's okay. Now it's better. If you like it crispy like before, so go to 9%. But for me it was too rough. But this looks good. Maybe the lighting a little. So go to my scene. I put on my preview here and rotate it for a moment. So like this. Yes, now we have very nice reflections here. That looks great. Okay. Maybe if you say it's too transparent, so just go back with the transparency. But I think it's okay because I want to throw a little sun shadow on it. I have it here. So let's see, Shift F6 is it? Yes. You see I have here shadows from the sun. And let's try to make it with the physical render too. Okay, so I need sun, of course. Here I have in my rig, I have sun. So if you don't have the rig, you just go to the lights and take a sunlight and place it correct. Use the sunlight and just place it correct. I go now out of my camera, so I don't need this preview again. So I go out of my camera. Here, so. And I activate my sun. This should be here somewhere, yes. I want the sun, of course, a little higher. And somewhere like here maybe. Okay, go back to my camera and let's see what I get. We have area shadows. The area shadows is okay. It's okay. So let's see what we get. Okay, we have, of course, we have shadow, but much to things. So let's go with. Yeah, but this is the shadow of the cable is great, but let's make the transparency a little less. So let's say 95. So I should, yeah, now I get more shadow from the tubes. Yeah, that looks better. But let's see how it looks with 5 here in the render settings. Go to options and the ray depth of the reflection depth of 5. But the shadow little, they should be on the outside, they should be darker as in the inside. I see it. The Octane render does it. The outside this is darker than in the inside. This here is not really. So maybe add additive reflections, then so I see more of this. Oh, this is too much. This is too much. Exit reflections normally I don't need, but here it makes no difference, I think, but almost no difference. Oh, let it be, why not? Oh, does it? No, it makes no difference. Okay. Maybe let's with soft shadows. I think soft shadows. If we use soft shadows, we see nothing. Let's go in our sun and try the soft shadow maps. Yeah, that's what I was afraid to see nothing with soft shadows. So back to my area shadows. I think we can maybe with Photoshop, if we with a little post work, maybe we get this effect better with the transparent shadow. But here we see it a little bit. Here is we see it is a little darker and in the middle a little brighter. But the sun I wanted a little higher. Yes, that's better. Okay. Yeah, and now let's try a night scene. So for the night scene, just make it darker. I need no sun, of course, for the night scene. So deactivate the sun. Then I go to my HDR settings and let's say to 10 light intensity. Okay, it is dark, but we have to go down with the reflection too, of course. So reflection brightness minus 30 maybe. Yeah, that looks dark. And turn on the lights. Whoop, whoop. Yep. Maybe we make the light, the circle a little smaller so we can maybe see more of the tube. So let's go to 3 here. Yeah, we get the we see now the outside here of the tube. And let's go 2. It's too small, I think. But you can do it however you want, of course. No, I think 3 was okay. Yeah. Of course, if you want it brighter, just go to the luminance channel and go up with the luminance. Go to yeah, but you can go to 100 here and the illuminations and just make it the whole scene brighter. You can go to here to 200. We don't see it really here with 200. Does this do nothing? Yeah, of course. Now we see if you have no illumination, can generate GI, nothing. And here you can go, let's see, 100. So you can light the scene too, but normally I'll leave it here to with 100% and do it over the strength. But sometimes you need to go here up. So maybe let's say 150. or 100 and little more reflection, minus 15. Yeah, now we have a nice reflection here. And now we have nice reflections on the here on the sides. Okay. Then we don't need a good render now. Maybe it's a little too dark. It's go to 20% with the light intensity. So it's not midnight. It's yeah, that looks nice. So. And we can bring this to a brighter color in post-work then. If we do it here, it's not really, I don't like the glow effect. We could put a glow on it, but I don't like the glow effect from cinema. That is, you have here somewhere a glow, but we can test it. So let's go to the middle GI settings, output with okay, this should be fine now. And let's see if I turn on my workstations or not. Let's render it now. So go to 100% here. Okay. Aha, I forgot to activate subdivision surface here. See? Okay. Just let it. I don't think I have to break it and the recording just for this few seconds here. Okay. Now I test it with glow. Let's activate glow here, and object glow is activated here too. It's automatically, and render it again, and let's see what we get with the glow. The glow is just a post work here, a post effect. It's not. And this post effects we can do better in post work. You can use maybe an After Effect with trap code shine or something else, or with trap code star glow, or there are many ways. Okay. This is too less glow. We see nothing from the glow. The radius 10 cm, outer strength radius 10 centimeters, maybe too few. It should be enough normally. Let's go up here, why not? Outer strength, inner strength, this is okay. Okay, once again, and then I continue with the modeling. But normally this is all, so just make a nice render now, go higher with the render settings, and then we go to post work. So that's my workflow normally. Sometimes I'm not so exact with the render, because you can do so much in the post work and you save time, much time. No, I don't see here any glow. Maybe I do something wrong now. I never use it, so. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Nobody needs this glow. So deactivate it. Okay, and render settings, object glow, bye bye. So. Okay, do I need something? let's turn off the lights for the moment. I have everywhere I have turned on the subdivision surface where I need it, but it looks anyway not correct. Let's see what we have here. Here it doesn't look correct. This is the light. The light is not in the subdivision surface. That's the reason. That's the reason. If we could put this in the sub D now it's okay. And so we have 3 subdivisions, and I want just one, but doesn't matter. It's not it's not a heavy scene, so it doesn't matter. But if you have a heavy scene with, let's say, 100 objects and 100 subdivision surfaces and something else, your computer will ask you if you're you know. So yeah, well, let's make this cables, and let's make the next one. So I deactivate this plane, and now I continue with the 4 here, with the 4 endings. So let's deactivate this, and yeah, that's it. And then deactivate this for the moment too. There is a nice little plug-in too. How it's called? Let's maybe I find it. Shift C, Sub D. This is something I don't. Or is it here in the scripts? User scripts. Disable SDS. This is it. Is it? This, let's put it out. This does one. If you click on it, it disables every SDS in the scene, and if you control click it, it activates everything. So disabled, enabled. Yes, if I find a link for this, I will put it in the description. I have it in my daily layout. I have it in the toolbar, but here I don't know why. But I could put it inside. Why not? Let's make this Shift F12. Disable SDS and just drag it somewhere here. Okay, and save it as window customization. Save layout as tutorial layout. Yep. Okay, that's done. Good. So we want to continue with these ones. Here I will come out with the cable on this side here. So, but in the behind it. So we would need a spline. So I don't need here NQ. I don't need any textures for the moment. First, we need to come out here. So this is the 4-1. Then go to the. I have selected my soft selection. They don't need it now. I have the normal selection. So UL for loop selection, something like here. And here I fill it, or don't have to fill it. It's just okay. Drag it a little out here. Then like this. Drag it a little out. Then control drag. And let's go behind this letter. So R, maybe from above it's better. Yes. So R, T for scale, and then now I see here it scales down, but I don't want this. And for the scale, I have the wrong axis, so I have to go again to the modeling axis and to the normal. And now I can scale. E and control drag. Then rotate again. T for scale maybe, a little bit. E and R. So this should be good so far. And now you see we have this elliptical thing I said before. So T for scale and scale it. Make it round again or make it bigger again, so we have more space for the cable. UL in the edge mode, and do the same here a little bit. Maybe here again. T for scale. Here. Doesn't have to be perfect because this subdivision surface does a lot for us. Okay. Here I for an inner extrude. Maybe we have our settings still. Yes, we have our settings. So just go to the tool. If you want to select both of these things here, just hold the shift key and select the second one too. So apply. Then control drag it a little bit inner, and again control drag it a little inner. So let's see how this looks with the sub D. DOWNLAODS. Very fine. Good. This is the wrong one. This is the right one. So now we need the spline, and here we have this. I want to. If I would make it now from above, I have my spline point on the floor. So I start here somewhere with a new spline. So let's go out of this area. I take a spline, make 1 point. So okay, now I go here in the top view and move this spline where I need it. So here. Now I can continue to draw my spline, and I'm in the right position here. Oh, something like that. Now I can go the side view again. Go to here. And let's say something like this. Okay, that's our spline. Let's see if we intersect here somewhere. No. If you want to be sure, don't intersect with this cable here. You can give this cable again a collider tag, so it's no problem. But I do it manually later, so this is easier. Sometimes you have problems with the collider tag, and so to select 1 or 2 edges and move it around, it's no work. So okay. Next thing we need here is some subdivisions for the spline. So I go to point mode. Let's make first this one here. US, and again US, why not? And here the same. US. Here normally we don't need so many subdivisions because it goes straight down later. So here straight down, but why not? We have enough points, why not use it? Next one is, now we have to go here. So which one is, this is our sweep with this, and now this comes the time I said we can exchange this spline. take this spline, drag it here under this spline, take this two tags and just drag it down to this new spline and delete this spline. Of course, here now in the constraint tag I need the for one. This is this one, and I have to put it in here. And yes, and my spline is gone because this here. So yeah, I don't need the sweep at the moment. So okay, the constraint is okay so far. That is okay so far too. We just need to make constraint points. So let's say this 4 points and set. And this should work normally. Let's see if it works. And it works. Of course it goes through now, but it's the same, just make more points later. So just go to here and subdivide here the point until here. US, so see, that should be more than enough. Don't forget again to fix the points. Here, set. And now, let's see what's going on. Okay, how can we fix this? It slides down here, so let's go to the collider tag of this cylinder here and up the friction here. So let's go to 100 and 10 pounds, and let's see what we get now. And now we have exactly what we want. I was so happy. I love cinema, really. And if we put now the sweep on, the subdivision surface, okay, here this I do manually and later say I could change it now with the radius here again, but I do this later with manually. This is, let's see if we are here. Okay, here we are perfect. But let's try it. Why not? We two. It's funny to see it. Maybe a little more. 2.5. And maybe Control D. I give it more subdivisions. Why not? It works quite. 40. It works quite fast, so why not? Yeah, now we have too much space between, of course. Now I can go back with my radius here. Go back to 2 maybe. And this is what I said. You can play here until you have the right amount, or you do it manually, and that's it. And I will do it manually. So I go to not to 15, 1.5. Let's fold it down. So it's like this. And now I convert it just to an object. So that means I take this spline here, copy it out of here, deactivate it for a moment here, make it editable, so edit optimize, okay. Yep, don't need this. Put it in the sweep subdivision surface here. I make now a null object, so this subdivision surface works for every spline, for every cable then. Cables. Save the project between. And now I have a look how I can fix this. It's quite easy. You see here it intersects. Nothing easier than make just a cut here between, a loop cut, and then drag it up. So okay, for the knife loop cut, restrict to the selection, nope. So just make a loop cut here. Go back, we can make it easier. So I mean, just say select cuts, so I don't have to select it even later. So just E and drag it up a little bit. So same here, ULK, zip E and drag it down a little bit. So UL here, and it's done. And so I don't have to work hours and hours in testing. Okay, now it's okay, now it's okay, now it's okay. It's much faster. Okay, save the project. Let's continue with the second part of the 4. You go out with the cable here, of course. So 4.2 UL in the polygon mode. No, come on, whoops. Okay, drag it in a little out here. Again, little out, make it from the side, see it better. Then control drag it out. Here it's easy, just one rotation. Something like this. T for scale. E and control drag. That should be fine. Let's say that's enough. But here we have again this elliptical thing here. T for scale. Let's scale it up a little bit. So do the same here. UL T. Yes, here. UL T for scale, and scale it in every direction here. So okay. Polygon mode, I for inner extrude, still the same values here, apply, control drag it a little inner, and the second time, whoops, done. So next spline, here it's an easy spline again, it's just from the side, and but we have to be careful that we not intersect with another spline. Normally it shouldn't happen because they are behind the letters here, and this one will go under the letter in the middle of this. So like the first one intersects here. So normally we shouldn't get any problem with this spline. So spline, 1 point here, 1 point here, 1 point here. So here and here. Okay. So let's subdivide this spline. First I have a look if I yeah, we are intersect here because we just gone here behind and then back here. So we are here in the same position, and we will fix this before we do something. So let's go to the spline point mode and just drag it a little in front of it. So okay. So let's subdivide this. It's already selected. So US, 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 US. Then take this point with this point here and subdivide. Yes, 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 yes. So, okay. And now we take our spline here and we exchange it again here. Take this spline, drag it under this one, take these two tags, steal it, delete this one, and here of course now we have to go put in 4, 2. Then we select the points we need. First we have to see something. So select the points we want to set. Come on. Okay. And set the points. You see, oops, we are set. Ready, set, go. And let's fall. Let it fall. Okay, we need some more points. But we know it meanwhile, so take this 3. Yes, yes, so this should be enough. We will see it. Again, set the points here. Okay. And try it again. And we are... that is so great. That makes really fun. Okay, so spline, yes, subdivision, yes, and we do this again manually. So for this, we just take this sweep out here, so control, drag it out, hide this whole thing for the moment again, sweep, and whoops, edit optimize, okay. Don't need you, but put it here inside. And just make a loop cut here. So go into edge mode. Okay, everything is okay. Select cuts. Here we don't see even the cut, but we don't have to see it. It will select it for us. So just make an E and move it up. That's it. Okay, UL. UL, K for the loop selection. Look at here, E, whoops, and that's okay. E, let's see how it looks with the subdivision surface. That's very nice. Are we here okay? Oopsie. Yeah, we don't see this. But if you say no, we are not in the middle here, so go dim UL. Let's see. We see it here, yes. E and drag it a little somewhere like here, and now we are fine. Okay, and our last one, we can come out here or here, wherever we want. I think it's the easier way is here, of course, but here we should go a little down and then so it looks better here. Yeah, this is the same thing like here, so normally I could use this one and drag it here. But let's make it again, so don't start to be lazy. It's much longer this tutorial than I thought it would be. So UL and D. Okay, let's drag it down a little bit. Yeah, of course. Same again, R, T for scaling little, R, E, control track, and just rotate a little bit. T. So this will be again this elliptical thing, maybe. Yeah. This is because I transform it in just in the front view, and so it's 2D, and so it transforms just in 2D. I should don't drag on an axis. I should drag it just somewhere without touching the axis, and then it would make a circle. Now I know why it why it happens. That's too much. So, okay. Then that's not really what I want. So okay, UL here, T. Yes, that's what I want. Then again, we have our settings here. Apply. Control, drag a little and more. Here, be careful a little bit. So we have this one. Just drag it up. Okay. And our last spline will come. Okay. So spline. From here to here, maybe to here, then here and here. And now again, let's see that we don't intersect somewhere. So let's go to here. I just take these two spline points here, like before, and drag it somewhere. Let's see where, in the front here, so we sure don't intersect with something. Okay, so we have already selected these two, so US, 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 same here with these 2 points. Yes, yes, yes. US, why not? Okay, now we know we need, of course, we need more points here, so let's go to here and US, US. So we already know it. And now let's drag this spline here under this one. Steal these 2 tags here, whoop, and delete this spline. So, where is our spline now? Okay, here is something wrong because we need it here. Of course, then we have to go here and put it D inside. But something is wrong here, at least. Here I have it still connected. Release. Does nothing. Let's go back a little bit. Of course, the last spline makes troubles. Okay. This spline, bye bye. Now I should see my spline. This is the same spline now. Here's something wrong. But we will do this. We will check this. And but how? Back again? Maybe I have to. So back until here, okay. And now go to this spline, this deck. Unhide it here. And maybe when I release it now here, let's see. Yeah, it's released now. Maybe I can steal then the decks. But here the spline is okay, it's under the sweep, it's not, it's just an, normally it's just a rail spline now, so, but now I go down here, so, I should see the spline. Come on, the last one makes troubles. I do like there are no troubles. You know what? I go back again, last time I promise, until my spline is out of this. So my spline is here. And my spline is invisible. Come on. Why don't I do it? My spline is away. Totally away. How is this? I will find a way. The way will be to make a new spline. I go back. Now, okay. My spline is back. So, and I just make it here with the, I steal these two decks now. Let's see if this is the problem. No, okay. I delete this spline here, don't need it now. Have this one and give it the D here inside. Okay. Constrain it. Go to the constraint deck and set it. Okay. This should work. And if I put it now in the sweep, it should work. But I'm afraid. Let's see. Ta-da! Yay! I think it works. So let's see. Yep. We just need more points here. Give it here some points. Until here, why not? US. So constrain again here. Is it everything constrained? Yes. Set it. And again. Yup, we are done. So here we should see everything. Let's see how we work. That's perfect. Here, oh, that's great. Nothing intersects, and we are. Oh, that's great. Haha. We have nothing to do here. We have nothing to manually do. Yeah, enough points. If we give more points, of course, it's better. Okay. Subdivision, nope, I don't need it. So I go here, copy this out. This is our last spline here. Okay, don't need you, don't need you. You are for later. This is our spline maker. So, and this now we just convert, edit, optimize. Okay, put it in our sweep knobs. We don't have to do nothing here, manually nothing to do. We are done. Save the project. Ha! Very important. So, yeah, that's it so far. Yeah, I'll show you now how to make this, almost 2 hours, how to make these holders. These holders, they are very, very easy. So I made them in a new project. So I just, yes, I see, just make a new project. No, not view. New one. So made an tube. Let's see, 50 here. So let's see, 40, 50. 40, 50. The height, I don't know. Let's say 50. Then I slice it from, let's say 40, no, minus 40 to 220. Yep. Okay, regular grid. Okay. Then I make 2 subdivisions here. Or 3, I think it's now. Cap segments, no, I need height segments. 1, 2, 3. Okay, then I edit optimize, so I converted it. Go here and right click, untriangulate. That doesn't help, okay. So this and this, and let's see if we can dissolve it. Yep. So, and now on the back side, I need this two, so UL in the edge mode. It does not go around. What's wrong here? Yeah, it can't go around because it's not here. Isn't. Let's make here an K line cut, restrict the selection, no. Cut here and 1 cut here. It snaps to the other edge. If, even if you don't see the edge, it snaps to the point. So whoop, here's the point. So okay, and now I should be able to make a loop UL loop around. Yeah, now it works. So T for scale, and I scale it up a little bit. So I want here 4 polygons, and so that I have something like a quad here, so a quadra, so that's something like this. That, yeah, something like this. That's okay. Okay, now I want. What do I want? I want a cut in the middle of this again, so I need another cut. UB for a ring selection in the edge mode. So I have everything here. And MF to cut the edges. MF is the edge cut. 1 is okay. Create angles, no. Apply. So I have exactly in the middle here another one in needs. So now I would need this is okay. I don't need here some edges, so I don't need this one, don't need this one, I don't need this one, and dissolve them. Yes, that's what I want. Then I make some cuts. Okay, for the line cut is okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Then I want this middle point and bevel it out. MS for bevel, and bevel it something like this. That should be okay. Then I take this polygon and drag it out. So Control and drag it out. Oops. something like this. Okay, you don't have to do it, but in the z-axis I want to be 0, so no. And I put a bevel deformer on this guy. Okay, that's too much. I don't want to have, I want this, or is it okay? Looks quite nice. Why not? Yeah, let it be like this, so we don't need an, we don't see it, so it doesn't matter. Okay, maybe a little more. The reason is this here. I have my use angle here. If I don't have it, you see to get everywhere so beveled. Use angle I get now is 40 degrees. If I go up with the 40 degrees, you see it disappears here. But I think it was okay. So, and I copy this. Let's call this holder. It holds something. Control C for copy. Go in the other project. Control V for paste, and we have our holder here. It is a little too big. So let's go to here somewhere in the middle of this one. So like this. T for scale. But first I want to scale it from here. So I go to my axis tool here, axis center tool. You find it here under mesh axis center. And in the Z axis I go to here, auto update, and now I scale from here. If I really want it, I don't know, but let's see. T for scale, and just scale it down, not on an axis, just scale it somewhere in the viewport. So front here. T for scale. I go back, I center the axis. It is the magic center. The link is in the description. It centers my axis to the object. So it's okay, yes. Yeah, that's okay. Let's see, where is the plane? Yeah, it's the plane, it's okay too. Here we can do something. Let's go to the then K for loops, for loop cut. We are okay here. Don't need the loop, but I don't need the selection, but shells. 1, 2. UL. And yeah, that's so far okay. And T for T for extrude, D for extrude. D, yeah, D. But without caps. Before we needed caps, now we don't need caps. And we don't need subdivisions. Oh, but this can be done later. Let's go up here, so, and go down with the subdivisions. And this should work with our bevel deformer, of course. And so we have an holder. And all we have to do now is to drag the holder where we need it. So go down with this. These are the cables, okay. This is the C for D thing. Let's say C for D. This is our Lite. Save the project. The holder, I do it now. I make an current state to object, so I don't have to bevel this whole thing, to have every time a bevel with it. But we can do it easier if we want to keep the bevel. Take this holder and put it in a null object, so Alt G. And now we can put this bevel under the null. And now everything what comes under this null will be beveled. So we have just one bevel deformer, not for every holder a single deformer. So let's drag this up here a little bit, somewhere like here. Make a second one. If you hold the control key and drag it, you make a copy. You see? Just have a copy now here. Then control key, drag it to here, somewhere in the middle. Okay. Control key, somewhere here. But you don't have to, you can control drag however you want it. Now I control key and drag it now to here. And now I rotate it. First I go here in the middle. R for rotation and rotate it 90 degrees. Okay. E for moving and control, move it here. So somewhere in the middle, like here, some R. E for the 90 degrees, so let's see where we can, yeah, somewhere here. Okay, here we need again one, so I can click on this one, if I get it, yeah, and control, drag it down to here. You see that this is a very fast task. So, okay, D is done, so now we need this. Control, drag it to here somewhere. R. Okay. And another one here. Oh, come on. Control, drag it to here. Okay. And the C, and we are done. Can take this one. Control, drag. Oh, that's perfect. And again, control, drag it somewhere here. Okay. And the last one. Take one of those. Control, drag it to here. And we have our holders everywhere, and every holder is under the bevel and in the null, and so you see every holder is beveled. So save it. For this holder we will make chrome material, I would say. This is the easiest material, so just make a new material, reflectance. Okay. Whoops. A little 10. A little 10 roughness and Fresnel, conductor and chromium. Zip. Oh, holder. And we can put this directly in the null. Okay, this should work now. Let's go to my rig and activate the camera, and let's see what we get. Oh, we have the night scene. I don't want the night scene. I want the day scene. Oh, I'm on the middle. Needs longer because I'm on the middle render settings. Now let's go to the low GI. Oh yeah, our cables need to be black too here. So just, we don't need this one. Just control drag it, and so you copy. No. You can put it material here on the null too, or on the subdivision surface. Yes, we are done. What I miss here is my sunlight. That looks nice. Something. That's maybe the render. Here the black that I don't like. So okay, I will make now a short break and try some renders, and of course you get then the whole project file with the render settings and everything. So let's try. Okay, so save it and make a short break. So now I rendered this thing and we get this, what I find really nice, I think, and little Photoshop, and it's of course a little better. And this is the night version. This will be in Photoshop much better, and I'll show you this. This one is in Photoshop. Here, this one. So we have here this to this. It's not, but there is not much to do. So this is just a little camera raw filter, just a little clarity, nothing more. But here we have a big difference. So with this and with this, it's great lighting, and so but it's a very easy thing. I did just a little camera raw filter, so just the clarity up, nothing more. I'll show you. Go to the camera raw filter and 100%, just the clarity up, almost to 100%. Okay, and then I did just if I don't, it was here. You see, it was here with the clarity too bright, so I just, with a black pencil on the mask, I just painted this out. And then I copied just this layer and gone with this in color dodge mode here. And you see the difference. And that's great, no? Can make an animated GIF out of it. Okay, that's the tutorial for today. And I hope you liked it, and it was much longer than I thought it would be, but it is small little things you have to do. But I love the result, and I'm really satisfied with it. I hope you too, and hope to see you in my next tutorial. Many thanks for watching my tutorials, and special thanks to these people who watched it until the end. Yeah, so just if you have questions, ask me everywhere you want, Facebook, here in the comments or whatever. And if you have suggestions for some tutorials, just tell me, and yeah. So if you want to donate, just donate. The link is in the description. And yes, that's it. So bye bye. And here it's 8:30 p.m. That's okay. So I wish you all the best. Bye bye. Tschüss und Baba.